Today I'm going to give you a brief tour of where all the magic happens in my home studio. This is where I do the editing, where all the stuff that makes these great videos. Only going to be a quick video, just to give you, I guess a bit of a walkthrough and a bit of a discussion on what I use to make these vlogs. As you saw in the brief cinematic, I have a fair bit of gear, which is handy. Started off YouTube with my other channels a couple of years ago, and had a 70D. Having the big DSLR was challenging at times, so looked for a smaller camera, which I'm filming on at the moment, and I haven't really used too much in this channel as yet. A handy little one, that's the Canon G7X, which you would have seen in the cinematic before. And behind me, this is where it all happens. So this is I guess what I use most of the time now, which a lot of people are doing, and that is the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is probably the best that you can get when it comes to an iPhone. And attached to this, I actually got during lockdown, which you would have seen again in the cinematic. That is the DJI OM 4 gimbal, which is really cool. At first I was like, well, what do you do with this? But after watching a few tutorials and that, it's got some amazing features, which I'll be using more of. At the start of the vlog, you would have noticed that, well, you probably, I don't know if you noticed or not, it's got the face tracking recognition, so it's like having your own cameraman, which a lot of these vlogs I'm doing solo, so it's really handy. And I was doing some other stuff with Jazzy yesterday, with photography and stuff, where it duplicates you, so it looked like I had 6 of us in the shot. So that's really cool. I really trust DJI ever since I got my first drone a couple of years ago, which brings me to my drone. So this, let's see if we can make this better. This is the DJI Mavic Air 2. I got this a couple of weeks ago. I had a drone a couple of years ago, but had to get rid of it. But it's really nice to have it back. A drone back. And the way that this one folds up, with the Phantom that I had previously came in almost an esky size container, so this has been really good to have a really small one that you can sort of throw in a backpack. Well, not throw in a backpack, and off we go. I said throw again. It folds out really well. And that's your drone. And yeah, I didn't get that. That was Siri. And yeah, it's just amazing. So really happy with this one. This is the controller it comes with. The knobs sit in, if it focuses, I think it's focusing. Down the bottom, plugs into here, sit your phone on top, and off you go. It really is. I've had so much fun with it. You might have noticed that I've been very conservative the way I've been flying it, just getting used to it. Soon we'll be getting up a lot higher and trying all sorts of different stuff, but just reining myself in. It's been about 3 years since I've flown a drone, but yeah, stay tuned for that. Behind me, so I've got the IKEA shelves. I'm a bit of an IKEA nut. I'm also, from what you can tell, a bit of an Apple fanboy. Apple Watch. We got my MacBook Pro, which I use for work and also for home. Absolutely love it. I've always enjoyed the MacBooks just for what they can do. Also sitting up on the shelf, I just brought it down, is the latest addition to my, if it gets you, focus. That's the GoPro Hero 9. I've never been a huge fan of GoPros, but this one is exactly what I'm after, which is a small vlogging camera. But having this, it's a bit more low profile, and I'm able to sort of just pull it out of my pocket and off I go. Got some mods for it as well. That's the media mod, which is a casing that includes a shotgun microphone. And also, if you can see it, on the side there, that's a LED light, which in the Glenelg vlog you would have seen Jazzy and I in the back seat of the car using it because it was night time. Really handy. It would usually sit on top, but the other thing I've got is a other screen that sits on top. The GoPro 9 does have a little LCD that gets used, and you can see yourself, but this one just gives it a bit more so that you can see yourself properly and makes it easier. I've had, I think, 3 or 4 GoPros, and I've never really got into it, but this might be the first one where I am sold on it. As far as music, also behind me here, I do a bit of music, and I'm on Spotify and Apple Music. So behind me, yeah, is the I've got the Native Instruments Maschine MkIII, and also a keyboard, which is the Komplete something. The name escapes me. Both very handy. But that's where I do a lot of my music for vlogs, upcoming vlogs, and there's been a few that have been on the channel already, but there'll be plenty more. If you can see it, which it would have been again in the cinematic, I've got my iPad Air, which I use mainly for work, but also just viewing YouTube videos, and with it is the Apple Pencil for sketching and stuff like that, and I also use it for taking notes at work. Handy, I guess. And we've got, you might be able to see it, is the Yeti blue microphone. I haven't used it too much. I actually got it with a voucher last year through my work, but it has been good for any time I have used it. And the latest addition as far as hardware is the latest iMac, and that has been absolutely fantastic. As far as editing, I use, there's a bit of a story to that. I used to use Adobe Premiere Pro and Photoshop, After Effects, all that sort of stuff, but got sick of the monthly subscription, so I've moved to the Apple variant, which is Final Cut Pro. I tried it a few years ago, I didn't really like it, but I decided one-off cost, why not? And getting the feel of it now and actually really enjoying it. My graphics or anything that you will see down on the screen is done through Motion, which is like the After Effects equivalent with Adobe. And I'm using Affinity Photo, which is again a one-off cost Apple, I guess, equivalent of Photoshop, and I find it absolutely fantastic, so I'll certainly be continuing to use that. But yeah, I either edit on the MacBook Pro or the iMac, and yeah, really enjoy being in here. I've got the shutter down on the window at the moment to just have a more of a dramatic lighting, but usually there's a lot more lighting in here. That's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. But just thought I'd do a quick studio tour. I really like it in here. We just recently done renovations to the house, and you know, painting a feature wall and stuff like that really sort of brightened the room up. Oh yes, I forgot one more thing. You would have seen in the cinematic at the start, as I keep saying, there's another PC with a big screen here. That's my Windows machine that I've had for about 4.5 years now. It seldomly gets turned on. I don't spend a lot of time playing games, but that's what that one's for, just in case you're interested. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave comments and a thumbs up down below. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as well, and turn on push notifications, which is that little bell, so that you're notified when a new video comes out, which is gonna be pretty common on this channel. I'm hoping to push for weekly content. Take care, guys, and see you next time. Bye.